What's
What's
up?
up, man?
What's up, fellas?
How's it going? How you doing?
Oh, hanging in there. How y'all doing?
Not bad.
What a
Great.
voice you have. Holy
Yeah, that thing's
shit.
beautiful.
Jesus. God, that sounds so much different than we sound.
What are you talking about? Where's everybody from?
Long Island, New York for me.
Gotcha.
I'm originally from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, but I'm in New York City now.
Okay, cool, man.
I'm from St. Louis, baby, but you know I'm in Pinehurst.
I got you. Yeah, you live there. Normal.
Yeah.
Calling
that's
you
right.
Norm
Real,
today. Norm.
real normal.
Norm.
And the big guy's a Jersey
I
guy.
like that logo. That's what Shea Mooney was wearing on that shirt.
Yeah, that's man. I gotta bring y'all. This is my new club in Nashville, Troubadour. Not mine, but I just joined in the last year, and it's gonna be awesome, man. Y'all gotta come. You gotta bring the guys, everybody. We'll have a damn day. It'll be.
Does Shea belong there as well?
I don't know if he's joined or not. He's out there with Darius. So I just heard they were out there yesterday. I didn't get that call. So
What a bunch of tea times out there. Just
We
him
may
and
need to
Darius.
do like a country music Barstool Classic on its own. There's so many guys in country music that all belong to like the same golf courses. We should
Yeah.
just go there and put a tournament up.
Dude,
It's like crazy.
100%. I think that needs to happen soon, like this year, because this year is weird. But
Right.
People need their golf tournaments right
They
now.
need-
I feel
oh my
like
God,
people
and we
are
need it.
pouncing.
we need it. Just between we need it. I'm telling you.
I'd love to know who the best country artist golfer is. Like who wins that tournament? Who do you think, Cole?
Jake
you?
Owen.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. I can't. I'd win something. I'd drink beer with y'all. I know that. But
I do. I feel like a lot of guys would be going for that trophy. Like a lot
yeah.
of you guys that I met would be trying to win that bracket.
oh yeah, no doubt. We'd have people competing in that. But yeah, Jake he's really good. I mean, hell, Darius is good. Charles, I don't know. We had some tournament out there a couple weeks ago, and damn Dustin Lynch hit it like 319, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just dusting off the." I don't know. I can't. I hit it like 230. I can't deal with it. That's why y'all playing Pinehurst from the damn U.S. Open tees. No chance.
Yeah, but we had to play as four of us. Like we just if you just take.
How was that,
20
dude? I love Kiz. God, he's funny.
Dude, it was intense. Like
I
it
hadn't
was.
seen the whole thing. I got to go back. That's on my list of things to do. Go back and watch the whole thing.
It was fun. It was intense. Like it felt like we were doing something we weren't supposed to be doing, And then like the fact that we were beating kids, you started to get pretty rattled down the stretch. And then the fact that we kept hitting the shots was just very surprising. And then it was over and we were 1 up. It was crazy.
Oh my God. I gotta go check that out. Kiz is, man, he's a good dude. Met him several years back. Georgia boy.
Yeah, he is. Kiz is the man. So you play a ton of golf, right? You're like you one of these guys who you like build your fucking tour around making sure you can play sweet golf courses.
I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get where Darius. I hear he just like rolls up, parks, and gets out, plays golf all day, then goes and does the show. I'm not at that level, so I have to kind of check my schedule. But yeah, I mean, anytime I can, go play, that's kind of my ideal day is get outside and try to play some golf, go suck, and then whoever lets me play, give them tickets to the show so I can be like, all right, come check out what I really do. Golf's not it. So, but yeah, we got to get y'all to a show sometime too, man. That would be anytime any of you want to come anywhere I am, y'all are damn always welcome. I'm a big fan, by the way, of what y'all do. So.
Oh, we appreciate that. I
Thanks,
will say, it's bad timing because we finally became boys with like some guys in music, country music, Jake Owen. These guys are like, you got to come to some shows. And then obviously everything happened with the pandemic. And so now we almost have to come back and be like, remember that? Like when now the world's kind of reopening, like you invite us to those shows.
Yeah. Well, now you'll have plenty to do whenever we finally get back going. So what y'all been doing? At least what we do, we can do it from home. I've been writing songs through this Zoom stuff, and it's kind of like this. I feel like, we might as well write one after we're done with the interview podcast.
Right.
What do you mean you've been writing songs through Zoom? How do you do that?
Like this. Hilarious. Can you imagine us writing a song right now? But no, it's
It'd be a lot of you and not much of us, but we.
Be a good
That's fine.
support system, yeah.
See, I can
Well,
help
that's a
y'all
good
here.
idea.
Y'all help me on the golf course. Yeah.
There you go.
No, we
You
can't
don't
help
want our
shit on
advice.
golf.
Like,
No,
yeah, exactly.
you'll be awful if we.
We're
I mean, you're
four
like an
worthless advisors.
You're like an 8. You're like an 8 index, right? You're not bad.
I'm not bad, about 8.6. I'd say about a 10, but whatever.
Okay, all right.
Whatever.
So
But
we always like you're a mega successful songwriter. We always, whenever we have somebody like you on, which there are not many like you, where do you get your inspiration from? I mean, I read some stuff. You mentioned how the tour can seem glamorous, but a lot of times it's just boring. You're just on a bus. Like, where do you draw your inspiration from?
man, I think just honestly, just life. I mean, living. I know everybody probably says that too, but it's just you just have to keep your ears open. You got to be listening, and I'll go home and hang with my buddies for a week or so and just drink beer and hang and get 10 ideas just from listening to people talk. And just, I mean, when you're writing songs, you want to say what you want to say, but then also you're writing for other people to, whether it's a sad, happy, whatever kind of song it is. And I think just listening to real people, real everyday stories, living your own, and just trying to put that in the songs, it just, it's not easy. I know that, but it's I've always loved. I mean, that's why I moved to Nashville to write, and so that's people I meet, just real life stories I wish were true. I write about those too. Yeah, man, that depends.
I like that idea of I do think sometimes like this can't. I'm listening to the song, I'm like, this can't be true. There's no way that this happened the way.
That's what I get comments like tweets. God, who's this girl you keep writing about? She must be. I'm like, no clue. I was like, just making shit up, man.
Yeah, like this girl is ruining your life. I'm like, no, I just was like,
this girl broke your heart. No, same girl, just different song. Yeah.
So there's this new show on NBC, Songland, right?
Okay, yeah.
Have you seen any of that? So so an artist actually gets to pick from all these songwriters.
Yeah.
And watching that process, and I'm sure this is what you do every day, was so interesting to me. Where like a guy has a song, right, and it could have a certain melody, and it could have like his own feelings or the way he thinks it's going to be in his head, and then like he's writing it for Usher. So now they're like moving it around, and they're making it a different tempo, and they're making it different octaves, and they're adding in different voices and like different. Like that to me is so interesting. That like how do you write a song just like on paper without like an idea of like who would sing it or like what kind of style it would be, and then you have to change it when someone picks it up, or like how does that work?
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's the thing about some of these TV shows and the music business. You don't really, people just think, you hear stuff on the radio or you see it and you just really don't know how it works. But that Songland show is great, and that's a good example. I mean, that's how I started before I got my record deal, is writing songs and sending them. So we didn't have a TV show to send them to people like that. But
right.
we, and you just tried to get somebody to record it, hoping they'd record it. And, for me, I think just, when you're writing, you try to write the best song you can. And back then I was just, you may have an idea if it starts off, you're like, man, this sounds like Aldine, or man, Luke would feel this one. You may kind of do that. You try not to write for one artist because the chances of them liking it are pretty slim. I mean, it's a tough thing, but that's the thing about Songland, is just seeing, when they do like it. I mean, if it's close enough, I mean, they can put their spin on it, make it sound like, whatever they want to. And as a songwriter, you're just like, hell yeah, do what you want, make it yours.
Right.
Record it. But that show, I'm glad you brought that up. That show is a cool, just a cool view of that side of the music business, man. And songwriters, they don't get enough credit. I mean, we wouldn't have the songs we did, and thank God that's how I came up as a songwriter, because that's like I said, that's the way I got into the business, and I appreciate all what they do, man. They're good.
And you're still writing songs, so for me, are you writing songs and collaborating with other artists still, even though you're now like this megastar on your own? Like, to me, that would be like, how do you know the difference between a song that would be good for someone else, and why don't you just take the song? If you write an amazing song and you give it to Luke Bryan, like, don't you want to do it on your own because you have a voice, you can play the guitar?
See, a lot of, at the beginning of my career, I mean, I got some songs recorded with Luke, Thomas Rhett, and FGL, and people were like, man, do you wish you'd have kept those for yourself? And at that time, I was like, hell no. I mean, that got me, I paid my rent. I got a record deal because of it, but now it's a different story.
Off membership.
There's a new artist out named Hardy, which I have on tour with me, which is postponed at the moment. He's a phenomenal writer, and just we wrote a song that should be hopefully on my next album called Every Beer, and he texts me about it regularly. He's like, "You sure you're recording that? You sure you're recording?" I'm like, "Yes, yeah," because I think he loves it. He knows how big it is, and it's one of those things. Thank God that I've been around a minute, and he trusts me for that. That happened with me and Al Dean with a song. It was on my first album, my second single called "Hope You Get Lonely Tonight." Al Dean heard it before I had a record deal, and I wrote it with FGL, and he wanted it, and I'm like, "Please don't take it. I need this. I need it." And somehow my manager talked him out of, he was like, "All right, fine. If he needs it, he wrote it, go ahead and take it." And that ended up being my second #1. So.
Oh, man.
That's
I love the
crazy.
politics
Yeah.
behind that shit. That's awesome.
It's
Stuff
crazy.
you don't
There's a lot of it.
So how could he just take that song though? Like you wrote it. Like what's the process there?
Well, he wouldn't have taken it. Like, the thing is I wrote it with Tyler and Brian from Florida Georgia Line. So they were on the song too. And so they already had their stuff kicking off, their record deal. They were blowing up, and Al Dean, their buddy, and I knew him too. He was a buddy of mine, but I didn't have my record deal yet. So for Al Dean to be like, "Wait, so y'all aren't going to let me have this song? The guy that you wrote it with that's up and coming, you're going to give it to him," kind of thing. And me and Jason are boys, but it's a crazy story about how that happened. And, I've learned a lesson from that now. If a buddy of mine named Travis Denning just recorded a song that I love named Addy, and it's badass. Y'all got to check it out. But it's one of those things. It's like, man, if you're recording and you're up and coming, you need a song, go for it. I mean, I loved it, and he did his thing with it, and it's going to be a big hit. So like I said, man, you just kind of go how you learn,
Yeah.
Florida Georgia Line seems like they're just constantly writing. Doesn't Chase Rice writing with Florida Georgia Line as well?
Yeah.
I feel like every person we talk to is writing with Florida Georgia Line. These guys just writing books over there.
I know, and like I said, man,
he's got a novel coming out here.
It's insane. It's crazy.
A lot of Florida Georgia Lines.
FGL wrote this. I was like, what the hell are they doing over there?
It does feel like they're like the center of the web with every country music artist we talk to.
Yeah.
I know
they're like Webster and Merriam of country.
They're gonna
music.
have to move the line to just Middle America because they are right. They're literally everywhere, dude. Hey, can I get some foreplay gear maybe to rock? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Well, don't you only wear cover that everybody's got that I don't? I don't know. Something like that.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Don't you only wear Georgia State hats or something like? Don't you
Georgia
only
Southern?
wear one? Southern. Sorry about that.
Come on, Frank. I will say, Frank.
Yes, I see him with the GS hat all the time.
Frankie, you were so close earlier to getting that's an awesome question, by the way, and then he kind of pivoted.
Oh, I was. That was a great question. It was a great one.
No, you were close. Frankie's been trying to get one really badly, and he hasn't got one.
That was
close. Got to get you up on stage in one of these fucking hoodies.
Hey, you're coming on stage with one. Let's go.
Woo!
There we go. Now
I'm ready to come back. I got to play
shaking.
Pinehurst one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Which course? You remember which course?
#2.
Oh, baby. How'd you do?
Wow.
Terrible.
It's impossible.
It's a hard one.
Everything like
So
hitting on
hard.
a freaking dome.
Hey, you also you played Augusta, right?
Yeah. That's being from Georgia and just obviously loving golf. Like, I mean, that's nothing will ever top getting to play that place, man. It's been cool.
How'd you hit him?
Like we try to ask people, and they're like, "No, like I want to go back, so I can't tell you guys anything about when I was there."
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I birdied 12 first time I ever played it. That's the only thing I really remember. I mean, that was my dad kind of got me into golf, and man, if he could have, it was a cool day. And like I say, y'all know, I mean, loving golf, and especially me being from Georgia. I mean, I've played some great courses, but that one just to me and just what it means that was a special day. But yeah, we there's a guitar like pool thing they call it. It's like an acoustic guitar show. Artists go down to Augusta and play at the radio station. They set you up, and every now and then you'll get to go play it. So man, what a place! What do y'all love? What places do y'all love?
I mean, I don't really know where it would even start. I don't think we love Augusta and we never played it. Like all of our hypotheticals always lead back to like, what would you do to play Augusta? It's such this unachievable thing. So that's why anytime somebody's played it and they feel like they're kind of one of us, even though you're way bigger than we are, but you're still kind of one of the boys. It's like getting that understanding that like one of the guys got to get out there and have that feeling. Like it feel like you were just talking, you got emotional about like fucking birdie in the 12th hole. It's like that's the best. There's nothing like that.
Yeah, that's like I said, man, that's what life. That's what it's about. I was there with my brothers and all that stuff, man. Getting to play golf with your boys, man. There ain't nothing. There's nothing better. So we got to do it soon. I'm serious. Like, I'm bringing y'all. Got to come to Nashville. We need to look into doing that tournament at Troubadour. It would be badass.
It'd be so sick. We were just watching the video. Lurch just sent it over. It's got the high tee boxes. It's got the good vibes. It's got a wiffle ball like field.
I mean, there's skeet shooting. There's all kind. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm telling you. Like, we're gonna have a day. We might need a 2-day because it's gonna be that second day is gonna hurt.
I think we were supposed to come out with Jake, and obviously all this shit happened. But he's like, you got to come out to his place with all my.
Yeah, he's at. I know he may be at Troubadour now too. I know he's at Golf Club of Tennessee, which is awesome. I mean, that course is awesome too. So we got between all of us and fans of y'all and in Nashville, we got plenty of places for y'all to play.
So where are you at with tour right now? Like, where are you guys? When are you guys thinking? What's the future hold? When are you gonna be back out there?
Man, I don't know. I'm just hoping we get some shows in towards the end of the year. I mean, right now, I remember a month or so ago, the first time, or even longer than that, first time I heard maybe shows in 2021, and I couldn't even wrap my head around that. I was like, what? I just never – and like I said, I mean, my job's just one thing. I mean, everybody's been affected by this somehow, and it's looking like, I mean, it might be next year. So I'm hoping – we've still got some shows on the books that haven't been canceled, and I'm hoping that something turns around and we don't want to just, can the whole thing if we can get some of them done, because I mean right now it's just like I said, man, my band, my crew, my guy, I mean they need to work, and hell, so do I. It's a weird, like I said, it's a weird time, but I'm thinking next year maybe, but hopefully get some in this year.
Next year we just gotta hit it. It looks like August 26, 2021. You're coming to my backyard, Jones Beach.
Love that.
There. Oh yeah, that
like water just comes
theater.
In like all over the damn pit in there. It's
the best. So I'll be there for sure.
All right. Well, hey, I got y'all tickets. I'm telling you, whenever you just hit me up, and we'll. A perfect day is get a little golf in the day, then y'all come to the show at night. So.
Oh yeah, maybe we can do a little Beth Page Black right here, and then go straight to the show. That's a day right there with Cole.
Might put him in a bad mood though. I don't know.
Whose drive am I taking? We're playing a shamble because I am not.
That's fine. We're good. That's now that you're talking our wheelhouse, baby. That's what we do. Shamble, bramble, scramble. That's our game.
Let me get on a team. Come on.
How do you prep for shows? Like, is there much? Because we talk about golf a lot. Everybody preps for a golf round differently. Some people just fucking roll up. Other guys are pretty diligent in terms of like prepping for a podcast. Like everybody does it a little differently. How do you prep for a show? Is there much prep? You kind of just roll in. You know what you're gonna do. How does that work?
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, some shows are, it might be a little bigger than others. Some it might be an appearance like on TV. Those get a little nerve wracking. But just a normal show, we're just kind of hanging. I mean, I'll have guests and stuff. I have to go ahead and tell everybody, I'm like, look, I might get really quiet. I don't mean to. I just kind of, I don't know. People will be like, you all right, dude? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to work. Chill out. Everybody's just hanging out, and I just kind of get in my little zone. And then we, of course, we have us a little pre-show shot and go do it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I remember in college, man, way back, first time, like when I first started playing shows, I had to be hammered to sing. Like I would not get in front of people. I mean, I couldn't public speak. I couldn't do any. I was like, and then now here I am. I can get out there and do it. But it's a come a long way, man. It's a different world. Every now and then need a shot.
It's also because it comes natural to you, right? So like you can just sing and play music, and that's something that just comes out of you naturally. It's almost like you'd be more nervous stepping up to a tee because like being on a golf course is something that we all don't know what the hell we're doing. Like we don't know how to swing, we don't know how to hit the ball. But like, us doing the podcast, we feel more comfortable here, and you stepping off to a stage in front of 50,000 people may sound crazy to people, but that's just what you're used to.
Exactly. And that's what, when people are like, God, how do you do? I'm like, how do you do what you do? I mean, I can't do what anybody else does. That's the cool thing is, everybody's got to be good at something. So you got to find that and roll with it.
Man, it's gotta be cool as shit to hear, other musicians, especially like when you're first starting out, you're first, trying to get out there. Other musicians who I'm sure you were like big fans of, who take songs that you wrote and then like turn them into jams, and then you know they're like selling out stadiums and arenas, and people are loving these songs. Like, is like what stage do you start to realize like, oh man, like I'm good at this, I can actually make a career out of this rather than just being like a hobbyist?
Yeah, you know, when I moved to Nashville, I knew I wasn't ready. I knew I wasn't good enough yet, but I knew I had to be here around the best songwriters in the world to learn, you know. And I think, you know, it took me a while before I'd play any of my stuff for anybody because I knew it wasn't ready. I wasn't, you know, I'm a tough critic on myself, and you just write until you get something you're proud of. And that's kind of what I did when I was like, all right, I'm proud to play this for somebody, I'm playing it. And that kind of started. And then, yeah, you start getting songs recorded by people. And that, to me, I mean, that's why I moved to Nashville. I started off playing in college, singing in bars, singing cover songs. And I just realized that, you know, the people singing back, I love being on stage. I was like, but I'm not writing any of these. I wanted to be the one that was writing the songs they were singing. So that's why I moved to Nashville. And then, you know, years after getting some songs recorded, the record deal came back around and I finally got to sing my own songs. But it's crazy, the path, you know, how you think you got it all planned out, how it's going to happen. And it always just works out how it's supposed to. And it's like I said, I just love music. I knew moving up here, I was like, I may not make it. I may not get a record deal. I may not ever write a song worth of shit, but I have to be around music. I was like, there's nothing that makes me feel like that. And here I am, 36 and single. So.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't sound too bad.
Playing golf and playing music.
Yeah, you got Troubadour. Troubadour is your significant other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All I can afford, baby.
That's actually like all your like sad country songs about breakups. It's all about the golf course. That's
hole number 3. You got 18 different holes to sing about.
Yeah, who the hell's that girl? Oh, that's number 6. She's a.
That's amazing. So, what have you been quarantine? You been playing a lot of golf or what?
Yeah, trying to, man. That's thank God. Like I said, I'm at that and Zoom writing, which I'm ready to get back in the room. I'm ready to just be around people again, man. It's
yeah.
It's like I said, I've been doing the same thing everybody else, just watching Netflix. But at golf, yeah, I've been trying to play when I can, and it's been we finally got some good weather coming around, so I'm about ready to. I don't know when we're gonna have a show again, so I'm gonna keep writing and getting this album ready, I guess. Just put out a new song, so I'm excited for that for the summer. So.
All right. What's the song called? I don't think I heard it. Plug that.
Oh yeah, we need next golf, Matt. We need y'all play music when you play, don't you? I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, single Saturday night.
Yeah, single Saturday night. Yeah, check it out.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
To be added to my playlist now.
There we go. Yeah. We need y'all to jam that just once.
I'm into. I know. That's a good. I'm into. I was telling you. I'm into your. I was when I do a little like 6 p.m. stroll on Pinehurst number 2.
Yeah.
It's just you're trying not to get frustrated and freak out when you hit a good shot and it just doesn't stop rolling and rolls off the goddamn green into a horrific place. Every time. I've been cranking a couple of your jams and they get
Middle of a Memory is an absolute banger.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And you're like, I'm in the trees and it's just me and the pine trees and I'm like, oh man, my mind, I'm like doing some reflecting. It gets you in the right spot, gets your mind in the right place.
That's what I'm so damn proud. Like we this past year, JT came to the show outside of West Palm, and after that we kind of kept in touch. He's like, man, I've never listened. He's like, I never, listened to a whole lot of country, and now I think I got him somewhat into it. So.
Oh man, I never listened to country. I used to listen to I still do, but Simple Plan, Blink-182, and Foo Fighters, and now we meet Jake, we meet you and Chase Rice and Lee Bryce and all these guys, and that's all I listen to in the car now. Once the weather turned, I roll the windows down and I just blast country music now, and it's just it's a vibe. It's you can listen to it and just feel good, right? As opposed to you want to sing a song or you want to headbang, this just makes you feel, smile and want to crack open.
Best golf music, I think, by far.
It has to be.
On-course music.
Oh yeah.
Soothing, and it's just got a good beat to it.
It just reminds me of being outside and having a beer. Like when we were living up in Boston, you'd wait for it to break so you could finally get on the course. And there was a wet season before it was really summer and the ground was still wet, but you turn on the country and crack a beer and listen to tunes. And then you're just outside hitting a ball. Who cares where it goes? Because it's all good stuff.
I love, speaking of Boston, man, I love that area, dude. I know Chesney kind of owns it right now, but one day I hope to play shows like he does up there. I wrote "You Should Be Here" in the parking lot of Gillette Stadium, dude. That one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
Come on.
That's your top song. That song's impactful.
Yeah.
That's great.
What do you mean? Cool. What's that story? Where you wrote it?
Yeah, I was on tour with Luke Bryan's like 2013, 14. I can't remember exactly what year it was, and I had a songwriter buddy out with me, Ashley Gorley, and he was inside in the stadium. I don't know if he had been to a stadium show or not, and he was like taking pictures of the setup in Gillette, and he sent his daughter a picture of the stage or whatever in the football stadium and said, "You should be here." And he came to the bus and he's like, "Man, I had an idea earlier." And this was not long after I lost my dad. And he came to the bus and he's like, "Man, I got an idea I want to write with you." And he told me, he told me the story about sending his daughter. And I was just like, of course, I knew what I was thinking of. And we sat down and wrote it in probably an hour. And damn, that song, I always said, that's the song I moved to Nashville to write. I wish I wouldn't have had to, but it's insane how many stories I've heard from people. And just, like I said, that's why I love country music, songs like that one. So.
That's a really good song.
Not everyone's got something like that, so it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, hey, man, we appreciate it. We got to get to Nashville. We got to get out and play, so, man.
All right. I'm serious. Y'all are always welcome, man. Anytime and anything y'all ever need from me, holler at me. But, yes, Troubadour, Nashville soon, Barstool, Foreplay. Let's go.
I love it.
Cole Swindell.
What a close.
Check him out. Check him out. We'll catch up soon. Thanks again for doing it.
All right, brother. Good to see y'all.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, man.
I'll text you later.